Hello and welcome once again to A Cup of Conversation. I'm your host, John Guzzi, and this week I have an old friend back in the studio with me, and we were talking just literally minutes before this interview, and he reminded me that he first came on my program with other guests back in 2013. He is an intern at the moment at BRTK. He's a student at Cyprus International University, and he's from Africa, from Nigeria. He is Caleb Aniedei. So Caleb, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you.
It's great to have you back again.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't believe it's been 6 years.
It is.
Since you were a guest on my program.
It is. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years, actually. I checked the picture on Facebook, and then I saw the date. I was shocked myself. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
It was just like yesterday.
And I remember that you were a listener of ours at Bike National Radio, and you in fact brought in a group called M3B.
Yeah, positive.
And then you were, I think, were you their manager, or were you promoting them?
I was managing them, and management with them then also goes along with promoting them too as well.
Yeah.
You know, being a manager of an artist, you have to like hustle for them, get gigs that they need to promote them, basically. That's part of what I was doing for them back then. So yeah, that was why I was able to like get interviews and a couple of other things for them then.
Now they've since gone, haven't they? They've gone back to...
they've gone back to Nigeria.
To Nigeria. Are they still okay?
Yes, they're here. They're still together. They're still making music together.
Fantastic. Give them my regards.
I will.
When you speak to them next.
I'll do that.
So Caleb, you're still here in North Cyprus. You're a student at Cyprus International University in Department of Communications.
Communications, yeah.
So how did you get here from Nigeria? 6 years ago, you arrived on the island, or 6, 7 years. How long have you been here now?
It should be about 7 years now.
7 years now?
Yes.
So 7 years ago, you came to Cyprus. How? Why?
Well, do you want the longer version or the summarized version? Which of the version do you want?
Whatever you want to share with us. We have all the time in the world.
Well, I actually, I was just back there in Nigeria. I have like a big brother, like in my area back there in Nigeria. He came to Cyprus. So being in Nigeria and seeing the situation of things in Nigeria, like the education system in Nigeria was really like it was not really doing well. Like they were having issues. Lecturers were not being paid, so because of that they don't render the services. Like, you understand, like they have strikes back and forth. So I wasn't seeing a future for myself in Nigeria as then. And then because of that, I just thought I should leave the country. So when I hit him up on Facebook, I told him, like, what's up, what's going on in Cyprus, where you are? Can you tell me more about the place? And then he gave me a little bit insight about Cyprus, and then how I should start the processing, apply to the university, get my admission, and then go to the embassy. I did everything. After finishing the whole process and everything, I didn't even know it was actually fast than I expected it to be. So it really happened so fast. And then I left Nigeria February 14th, 2012. And I got to Cyprus February 15th, 2012.
So over 7 years you've been on the island. That was how it started, yes. Have you always been with CIU and in the Department of Communications, or did you change?
I had a little bit of difficulties during the process, like during my schooling here, actually. So that was why the years I panned out, do you understand? Because the course I'm studying is 4 years, and I'm here for 7 years. So there was a little bit gap in between. That was me having issues like with my sponsors back home. That's my parents, being able to get the money and be able to so I freezed my semester in between and then continue afterwards. So that was why I spent 5 years on the island, and then I'm just graduating now. So I've always done, when I came into the country with business administration. That was what I intended to study. So after the first few semesters, like a couple of semesters, I realized that business is not really my thing, because there were a couple of tests that we carried out in class, and then I didn't do well at all. So I just told myself, this is not for you. You're more of an outdoor person. You're more of an entertaining person. And people tell me the same thing too as well. So because of that, I went into communications, and then that was it. It was just like magic, because I loved the whole thing about communication. Like, it was just a part of me, so it was easy for me. It was very easy for me, and then, here am I today.
I think you made the right decision.
Exactly.
Transferring to communications, because you are really a very outgoing person. You love organising events. And like I said, you contacted me at BRT, and that's how we met M3B back then, and you were very good at promoting them. They had concerts around the island, and that was when the African student population was growing.
Yes, yes.
I think now we have over 10,000 students.
Over 10,000 African students.
Around the island.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, you were at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
With them.
Exactly.
And I know there are lots of many different artists still.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing lots of great work here on the island. Lots of Afrobeat students, singers, performers. So when you transferred to your new department and you said, I'm so happy now, this is the right thing. Yeah. What was it about communications? I mean, communications is very broad. It could be radio, television, reporting for a newspaper, magazine, photography, presenting, cameraman work, script writing, directing. What was it that interested you? I mean, what type of work do you like the most?
Well, when I transferred to the new department, that's communication now, everything started with photography, because immediately I was able to get a hold of a camera for myself. I took a couple of pictures. I fell in love with it. So I started taking pictures. It was just an initial stage for me. Like, it was even another way for me to make income, because aside school, I was now taking pictures at events. That was how I started. So that was how people were getting to know me. And then after that part about pictures, I ventured into production too as well. That's shooting videos, and then, do you understand, doing a lot of productions too as well. Then after that, I set up a YouTube channel, that's I Like TV. And then I was reporting news about things that were happening in Cyprus amidst African students and back home as well. Right. So people were using the channel as a medium for them to get information about whatever they need to know about Cyprus, whatever immediate thing they need to know about Cyprus, and whatever immediate thing they need to know about their country back home. So it all cut across, starting with photography, down to production, down to script writing, and down to reporting. So it was all coming down like that for me.
And you are very successful in all of those things.
Everything. I shot a commercial video for a festival that's coming up in June, this year in June. So I shoot music videos for artists too as well. And then it's just a lot of things I do, you understand? Events too as well. I promote events, I organize events. I work with a lot of people both here and both back home too as well. So it's really been successful so far.
When you say you shoot videos, Caleb, do you use your mobile phone camera, or do you have a camera that you use at home, a professional one, or what do you use?
Well, actually, the thing is, one, I have a studio.
You have a studio?
Yeah, and I have 5 cameras, professional cameras, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you go out with your cameras?
Exactly. I go out with my cameras. If most of my clients, like the one I shot, the recent work job I did, the documentary for, he saw my works. I've been working with him before. Then he now came to me and approached me with the idea that this is the kind of festival he wants to do, that what do I think I can offer him? And I'm also good at directing too as well. So immediately he told me, I sat down, and then I think for about a couple of hours, I was able to come up with an idea. And I told him the idea. This is the idea I have. This is the concept I have. Like, because according to him, it's an African Afrobeat festival. So the commercial video should be able to tell people what they need to know about Afrobeat. Yeah. So I came up with the concept, told him the concept, he agreed, and then we scheduled the time, looked for everybody that we need that should be involved, and then we shot the video, and then it's out there on YouTube. So the
Afrobeat Festival is actually happening here in Cyprus?
Yeah, in Cyprus. It's happening here in Cyprus, June 28th to June 30th, for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think the main place that's happening is at Odesi. That's Lord's Palace. That's where the main stage is for the grand event itself. Yeah.
Because as I said, you introduced me to one of the first artists here, M3B, all those years ago, 6 years ago. Can't believe how time flies by.
Exactly.
But we have, I've interviewed a few more artists over the years. Yeah. Kevin Tita.
Yeah.
Atiza.
Tiza, yes. There's this other guy, Ernest.
Yeah.
I love all of them. There's over 20 African artists.
It's becoming very popular, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah.
Afrobeat music is
getting
big.
Popular, exactly.
And you are helping to promote
exactly,
this.
Yeah, in Cyprus.
So would you say now, Caleb, that you've got your own sort of production company?
Yeah, I do.
Is this an official company that you've actually established?
Yes,
That you do work for people?
I work for people, people reach out to me whenever they see my job out there. They reach out to me. Either they reach out to me for production, or they reach out to me for directing, or they reach out to me for promotion of their events. And then aside that too, it also still cut across. I play like a major role with the African community in Cyprus. You understand? I don't want to take pride in saying maybe I'm popular like that, but people know me and they rely on me for resourceful information when it comes to things happening amidst the African community here in Cyprus. So the way it goes is people rely on me to get information. I have a large audience of African students. So I can say that if you want to reach African students in Cyprus, I have a large audience whereby if I put out stuff, people can get it immediately. So those are all the things I've been doing, I've been engaging myself with while in Cyprus.
You have a lot of followers.
Yes, I do.
You're on Facebook.
Facebook, I have over 5,000 friends on Facebook.
Over 5,000, which is the limit for one.
I have pending requests that I didn't accept.
Yeah, you can't accept anymore. You have to open up a Caleb 2 page.
Exactly.
You're on Instagram.
Yeah.
How many?
Instagram, I have 5,600 followers. So
if you share something, you're going to a wide audience, so people know that Caleb is the guy.
Exactly.
To turn to.
And that's even aside. The I Like TV, the channel itself on Facebook, the page on Facebook has 7,400 followers. Yeah.
Wow.
On Facebook, and then on Instagram it's 6,500 on Instagram. So aside me sharing on my own platform, if I share on I Like too as well, it gets out there too as well.
I Like TV.
Yeah.
So that's your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What is it all about? Tell us a bit more. I mean, if I wanted to go look at your channel, what type of videos would I see? Because you were talking about giving information back to other people
Africans,
in Nigeria or in Africa. So are you informing them about what's going on here or what to do if you have a problem? It must be very important for people to connect with Cyprus this way.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing with I Like TV is, so to say, is like an online TV channel here in Cyprus, whereby like Africans here, information about things happening here in Cyprus is you can see everything on there. So if you're outside Cyprus and you want to know few things about entertainment in Cyprus, because it's like an entertainment channel. So if you want to know about entertainment in Cyprus, you can visit I Like TV. You get all the information you need to get there. And then all the events that have happened so far since 2012 to date, you can find them on I Like TV.
Since 2012?
Yes.
So this has been going for 7 years when you first arrived?
Yes. You can find every of those events right there on the channel. You can find news about updates. I think there was any issue basically happening in Cyprus amidst Africans, you can find every information there about it. There was a time there was this issue with passports, like Nigerians that their passport expired while they're here. If you need to gather information about that, there's a video there, because I do interviews with basic people, like people that are heading unions, like African unions here in Cyprus. I do interview with them. They give out those information to let people know that, okay, fine, this is what you can do when your passport expires. This is what you do when you're having issues with renewing your resident permit or something. If you're having issues with any school, this is what you're supposed to do. Even with your landlord when you're home, if you have any issue, this is the right person. Like, it's just like a point of contact for them to get information about what they need to do right away when they're in that particular situation.
So it's a very important service, really.
It is.
Because somebody out there in Nigeria who wants to come and study in Cyprus might not know anything, what to do.
Exactly.
And you're a familiar face now.
Exactly.
So it's a good way to connect with Cyprus via your I Like TV YouTube channel. So, and these are things that you film. I mean, how often do you make a new video? Once a month?
Recently, I think for about this year now, I paused recently. And I did that actually because there was a little tension going on. I think there was a couple of things happening, like with me personally, you understand? Like, I was getting distracted from school, so I just wanted to focus on school, round up with school, which is why I'm doing my internship. And after my internship, I'm done. I'm graduating in June. So that was the reason why I've not uploaded any video yet this year. But everything from last year is still intact there. So the way I do upload videos, it all depends. I can upload like 2-3 videos per day. You understand? Depending on the content. If I have content, immediately I jump on it. Immediately I see anything that's troubling African student, them having any issue, I reach out to the person and ask them questions. What do you want? Would you like to share your experience on the channel so that when people watch it, they can learn and don't fall into the same thing later.
Yeah.
So those are basic things. So it doesn't really, I don't have like a time frame as to when I have to upload. I can upload anytime I want to. Yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Exactly. Whenever I get content, yes.
If there's something going on that is a big issue for you, then you share it.
I post it there, yeah.
Is it easy, do you think, for an African student to settle into Cyprus? I mean, you've been here for 7 years and you're graduating now, fingers crossed, after your internship here.
Exactly.
You've done all your formal education. This is just the last thing now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, speaking from experience over the past 7 years, have you enjoyed your time here in Cyprus? Would you recommend it to other people? If people are watching, other Nigerians or other Africans, would you say, you know, watch my YouTube's videos, watch them, learn from my experience, but come on here and experience Cyprus for yourself. Would you advise that for other people?
Well,
be honest.
Of course I'll be honest, because no, the reason why I paused a little bit is because, for real, if you were to ask other students, they make complaints about Cyprus. Cyprus is this, Cyprus is that.
Yeah.
But what I get to realize over time is when I got to Cyprus, I think it wasn't easy. I was really enjoying the place for about a couple of months.
Yeah.
So it was summer break. All my friends left. They went back to Nigeria, but I was here. Instead, I had to like tour around to like know basic places that I need to know. And then I get lost in between. I still find my way back, you understand? I did all those things like an adventure for me to be able to understand the place. And I was doing that so that I can be able to help other people when they come to like tell them this is what you need to do if you have this experience. So I basically involved myself in like every little bit experience here and there. So what I can say from my own experience so far is I love Cyprus. Cyprus is a good place. I can recommend Cyprus to anybody that wants to come to Cyprus from Nigeria. But all I'm just going to say is you just have to be focused. You just have to make sure you don't get distracted, which is the common and the general knowledge, even if you're going anywhere in the world.
Of course.
You understand my point? So that's the thing about Cyprus. Cyprus is all about, it's a learning place whereby you have a lot of things to learn. You are going to meet a lot of people from different nationalities, and it depends on how you approach, how you react to them. That's how they're going to react to you. That's the same energy you're going to get back from them. Because most people, when they complain about they don't like Cyprus, okay, why do you not like Cyprus? And when they tell you the reason why they don't like it, you get to now realize that they are even the one that's the problem, not the other people that they're putting the complaint on. So that's it about Cyprus. If you're coming to Cyprus, you come with an open mind. Cyprus is going to accept you and you're going to enjoy yourself in the place. That was how I did it.
As I said, there are over 10,000 African students studying at the moment at various universities around the island. Maybe when you came, there weren't so many students.
No, there were not so many.
And so maybe it was more difficult for you to bounce ideas of other people or to get help from other people. But now, really, if you come here, you're not alone. There are student groups, African associations.
Yes.
As you said now, I mean, who would have thought an Afrobeat festival coming up?
Exactly.
That wouldn't have been possible
That's right.
years ago. But now, because there are so many performers, so many Africans here who are interested in music, and I do see that a lot of African people are very, very talented. And a lot of people do blogging, vlogging, like you do, into fashion, into photography, into music.
Makeup artists.
Writing. A lot of young Africans are really, really very talented. And I've interviewed many over the years. So I think that there's an opportunity here for everyone to express themselves.
Exactly.
Do you think it's easier here to do what you want to do? I mean, if you're back in Africa, would you be able to promote or become an events manager or have your own YouTube channel in Africa? Or do you think it's, because you're in Cyprus, maybe it was easier for you to do things here?
Yeah, because because one major thing is with Cyprus is, you know, as an international student coming here, you're going to have difficulties in finding fun places for you to visit. Considering the fact that the language might also be a barrier, so it makes it difficult for you to be able to relate or enjoy or get entertained. So that's why you're going to always be bored. You just have to keep yourself busy. So coming here, when the boredom strike, I just felt I just have to do something to keep myself busy, because I can go on and getting bored and bored. I might get to start getting myself in things I'm not supposed to involve myself in. So to avoid that, I had to get myself busy by doing all those things that I was doing, which started first by me going out, involving myself in different things that were happening out there, not even regarding the fact that I can't even speak the language, because even till now, I can't even still speak Turkish, and there's a reason for that actually, which if you ask me.
Well, why after 7 years, Caleb, do you not speak much Turkish?
I made an attempt to learn Turkish when I came here, and then during the process of learning, I went to a supermarket. I went to buy something. Getting there, I spoke Turkish to the lady there, and there were a couple of other people that were there, and all of them just laughed at me. So the way they laughed at me, I was not sure whether it's because maybe I didn't say the right word, or maybe I said, you understand the accent, but they just laughed at me, and it was awkward for me, so that just turned me off completely. I was like, okay,
that's a shame.
Yeah, but now I can still understand Turkish when people were speaking it, but I might not really be able to speak back. So one way or the other, I always have to find my way. It's like my landlord is a Turkish man, but we always get to one way or the other.
Yeah, you understand each other enough to communicate what you need and what you want.
Exactly.
You're a very warm and very, very talented guy. I have to say, you're very techno-savvy. You've got your finger on the pulse when it comes to music and video and technology. Where do you want to go after this, Caleb? I mean, now that you are graduating, does this mean that you are closing your chapter to Cyprus now? Will you be leaving the islands? Or do you hope to maybe continue education here or maybe even find work here? What's your dream? Well,
actually, like, the thing with Cyprus is because, the only way we can get to live in Cyprus is the permit we are only authorized to have is the student permit. So if you're not going to school, it's either you're leaving.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to school, it's either you're working, and whoever you're working with, they do the work permit thing for you to make you be able to stay here legally. So with me, I feel if I find a job opportunity here, I'm going to stay here.
You'd like to stay?
I would love to stay here.
Really?
Yes, exactly. I would love to stay here, but if the job opportunity is there, if it presents itself, why not? I will jump on it, and rather than going back, I would just want to stay here and be able to work here. So
what do your family say about this? Are they not missing you?
They do miss me, actually. I've traveled home once, actually. Yes, once, all through.
No, in the 7 years you've been here, you've been back once?
7 years.
That is amazing, Caleb.
I only do WhatsApp video calls with my family. I talk to them back and forth, and I miss them a lot, but it is what it is.
You're happy, you're all right.
Exactly.
You're okay.
And also, they are happy because I'm happy too as well. They feel since I'm okay and I don't have any troubles here, then it's okay by them too as well. So that's it. If I finish, if I graduate, if the job presents itself, fine. If it doesn't present itself, I definitely, unfortunately, have to return back to my country and then set up something in my country. So that's just the idea. And then more about, it also depends. If I get the job, I will still want to venture more into events and festivals. Because noticing Cyprus, I've not really seen a major festival like other places that you understand, out there. So that's all the whole idea I have in mind.
Cyprus being a holiday island and bringing the Afrobeat here, when you think about the possibility of 10,000 African students here, then there's a big potential there for students to come along and support. And if you brought in some really good artists from Africa, especially Nigerian artists, because I know there are a lot of famous stars coming up now, aren't they?
Exactly, a lot of them.
In Nigeria. So it's a good market to be in.
It is.
Up-and-coming market. And I think there'll be more and more students coming.
Yeah, because even aside the fact of the 10,000 that are here, if you have a major big festival during summer, it attracts people from all over the world, because all these big Afrobeat artists, they don't just have their fans to be Africans. They have them different part of the world, especially even UK, they have a lot of them like that. So the whole festival thing is also still a venue to promote the island, because people are going to come and people travel into the country, they're going to tour around the island to be able to see things for themselves, you understand? And then it promotes the economy and the country too as well, because it brings in more people into the place aside the ones that are here. And people will also love to want to come and stay here, because when they come and have that 2-3 days experience and they love the place, they will have to think about it and wanting to come and settle here.
Do a holiday here.
You understand, something like that. So they will put it on their calendar that every time of the year, by this time, they have to come here for their holiday. So it's actually a good thing. So those are all the whole idea I'm looking into, depending on how it works, because venturing into events itself is not easy, especially in Cyprus. You have to see a lot of people, a lot of offices back and forth. So.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, a lot of paperwork, a lot of official work has to be done to organise an event.
Exactly.
You have to make an official request for things,
the venue,
for hotels, for venues, maybe flights for people, where they're going to stay, who's going to sponsor you.
Exactly.
It's a lot of organisation.
It is.
Work.
It is.
For one person like you.
And no, it's not just me. I have a couple of other people with the same idea that we're working on, you understand? And a lot of things have been in place actually. So it's just a slow process. It's not too much.
That's Cyprus. Slow.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely you'll get there.
Exactly.
Who would be your dream guest to invite as an artist here to Cyprus? I mean, I don't know any Afrobeat famous musicians, but I mean, who would you like to bring here?
Okay, you mean an Afrobeat?
Or anyone that we might know.
Talking about Afrobeat, I think I can say the biggest so far has been to Cyprus, which is Wizkid.
Wizkid.
That's because in Nigeria now we have Wizkid. In Africa we have Wizkid, we have Davido. So Wizkid and Davido, those are the two big artists, big Afrobeat artists in Africa. So two of them have been to Cyprus. Davido have been here twice. Wizkid have been here once. So fine, Wizkid, I would actually love to like bring him back again because it has really been difficult after the first time he came. Nobody have really wanted, because his money, his fees high, you understand? So nobody wants to venture into it. And then when it comes to like other international artists, pop artists like that, I think Drake.
Well, who knows what's going to happen around the corner? I mean, maybe you'll bring some more of your favourite artists over. I'm sure you'll have a great audience. What about the locals here, the Turkish Cypriots? I mean, are they following you as well? I'm sure you've made some local friends.
A lot of them.
Over the years.
A lot of them.
You know, you're probably feeling like you're a Cypriot anyway.
Exactly.
After 7 years of being here. But I mean, have you integrated well with the local society here? Do they know you? Hi, Caleb. They know what you're about. They know what you're doing.
I've actually integrated well with them. Just like you said, like I see a lot of them. Like even when I'm taking a walk, like they just even horn their car, you understand, to like greet me. So they know me very well. I know them too, because you know I can't just say because I'm African, I can't do all this thing alone. I have to like relate with them. Talking about the club itself, I have to know the club owners. So most of all the club owners, they know me. So when they see me, we walk in hand, we work together. So it's like, it's entertainment. All of us, we work hand in hand together.
You're good at networking. You're good at finding the right people, meeting people, having contact, so that next time you need somebody on something from somebody, you know who to contact.
Exactly, who to reach out to. That's it. So I don't let anything go. Anyone I see, immediately, if I know what you're into, I want to get your number, I want to save it, because I don't know, I might not need you now, but I might need you tomorrow. So I do that mostly all the time. So I don't even let anything go at all. So I do that, I keep in contact like that. Even in my school too as well, it's the same thing. They know me very well in my school about the networking and promoting thing too as well.
Excellent,
so it's been a good thing, So I work well with locals, very well, like very, very well I work with them.
Well, like I said before, I can't believe how many years it's been since we last sat in the studio and talked, but it's been 6 years.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I'm so proud that you are graduating finally, and that you have got your, your dream just around the corner. Because once you graduate, I hope that you get a job and that you stay in Cyprus. Let us know how you get on.
Sure.
We'll be contacting each other via Facebook and everything as well. For those who want to contact you again, it's Caleb, C-A-L-E-B.
Yes.
And pronounce your surname again, because I think
my surname is Aniedei.
Aniedei.
That's A-N-I-E-D-E-I.
Right.
Or it's easier, they can get me on Instagram. Instagram is just A-M-K-L-E-B. Just that 6-letter words.
A-M-K-L-E-B.
A-M-K-L-E-B. Okay. It's easier. Instagram is like the fastest way to get me.
And your YouTube channel is I Like TV.
I Like TV,
So you can type in that.
I-L-I-T-E-TV.
Fantastic.
That's it,
Thank you very much for coming in today, Caleb. I wish you all the best. And when's your graduation ceremony?
June.
In June?
June, sometimes in June. I don't know the exact date, but it's in June.
Well,
I'm so excited.
For graduation.
Thank you.
From Cyprus International University down the road. Good luck with your internship here, what's left of it. I know you're halfway through. And hopefully we'll keep in contact with each other.
Sure.
And good luck with organising the festival in June as well.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. And with that, we've come to the end of a cup of conversation with Caleb. And I hope that you enjoyed our chat with this young gentleman, very, very talented young guy. Wishing you all a lovely week. Until next time we're here in the BRTK studios, take care. Bye-bye.